Hello, dear children. Welcome back. In today's session, we will be learning lesson number 18, A House Like This, from your NCERT book, Looking Around. In today's session, we will be dealing with understanding the lesson part 1. What are we going to learn today, children? At the end of the session, you all will be able to state the need for shelter and the need for living together. Recognize the importance of keeping the house and surroundings clean. List down the ways and things needed to keep the house clean. Understand why waste or garbage needs to be segregated every time it is disposed and its importance. Group garbage into dry and wet waste. List the occasions on which we decorate our houses and give examples of things used by us in decorating our houses. So, children, in order to understand, group, list, and give examples, we will be dealing with the following subtopics. Why do we need a house? The difference between a house and a home. Importance of keeping our house and surroundings clean, waste management, and occasions on which we decorate our house. Now, think and tell me, why do we need a house? Yes, some of the possible reasons why we need a house is we need a shelter to live in. Then we could say that we need a house to protect ourselves from animals, thieves, harsh weather. And finally, we can also say that we need a house to stay comfortable. So let's quickly go through these points. We need a house because it gives us shelter, it protects us from heat, cold, rain, wild animals, and thieves, and it gives us comfort. Children, imagine those people without the house who live on the footpaths, on the roadsides, in bus stands and railway stations, how uncomfortable they feel without a room to live in, and they are not protected from heat, cold, rain, wild animals, and thieves. So we can say that a house gives us shelter, protection, and comfort. Now let's move on. Why do we feel the need to live together? Here, children, you can see 4 pictures where you can see families spending time with each other. You can see this family is reading a book together. This family is watching TV together. You can see this family having lunch together. And here in the last picture, you can see this family praying together. So, as a family, when we live together, we read, we watch TV, we pray, and do many other things together. Not only that, children, we get to learn so many things from each other. We feel happy being together, and we also feel very safe and secure. We also learn sharing and caring. Now, let's move further and think about what is the difference between a house and a home. Children, a house becomes a home when it is filled with people who care and share and love each other. So we can say that this physical structure or this concrete building becomes a home only when people who share, care, and love each other stay together. Now, let's move on and try and understand why is it so important for us to keep our house and surroundings clean. Children, we all know that regular cleaning, children, we all know that regular cleaning keeps your house free of dust, and makes it a much better environment for your entire family to live in. You will wake up in the morning or come home from work to a very peaceful, clean, and organized space. Your life will be less stressful and you will feel very relaxed when your house is clean. And when you spend a little time every day to clean your house, children, you will never have to spend hours and hours trying to get your messy home back to normal. Your home will be more aesthetically pleasing, which means it will look really beautiful and pleasant. You won't have to panic when unexpected guests show up at your door. How many times, children, when you are just sitting in a shabby house, somebody knocks at the door or rings the bell, and you just rush to quickly clean the hall and then go and open the door for your guest? Doesn't it seem very embarrassing, children? So, if your house is always clean, you don't have to panic when suddenly guests show up at your door. Then, further, we can say that when your house is clean, all the uninvited friends like rats, cockroaches, mice, and lizards and other pests would not come into your house because all these pests hate spotlessly clean houses. You will also extend the life of your home's materials, like, for example, your furniture, your TV, and other equipments in your house will have a longer life if you keep your house clean. Your house will be safer for children. You will be able to find what you need when you need it. You need not keep searching for things every time. For example, suppose your mother or your father asks for a stapler or an eraser. If you have kept them in your cupboard in the stationery box, you're going to just quickly go and open it and give it to them. You need not go and keep searching for them endlessly. So, whenever your house is clean, you will find the right things in the right place. Moreover, you will also promote very good health and hygiene. And children, trust me, when you regularly keep your home free of dust, it makes it a much better and a lovely environment for your overall family. Now, let us see how we can keep our house clean. We can keep our house clean by regularly dusting it, sweeping and mopping the floor using disinfectants, and keeping things in their proper place. So, here are a few things required to keep your house clean: a broom, a wiper, a duster. You can also have cloth dusters and plastic brooms, mops, disinfectants, and vacuum cleaners. Okay, now, children, let us move on to what is waste. Yes, you guessed it right. Waste is anything which is unwanted and deserves to be thrown away. It is often also called as trash, garbage, rubbish, or junk. Now, children, there are different types of waste. We keep producing a lot of garbage or waste every day in our homes, including old or unwanted stale or spoiled food, boiled tea leaves, eggshells, and kitchen waste, vegetable and fruit peels, spoiled vegetable and fruits, chemical substances, paper, broken furniture, used containers, and other things. So, children, since we have got an idea of what is waste, now don't we have to manage this waste in a proper manner? Now, let us see what is waste management. Waste management is collection, transportation, and disposal of waste. So, first, as we always say, charity begins at home. You should start disposing your waste at home in a very sensible manner. You should have separate dustbins to dispose of dry and wet waste so that a person who comes to collect the waste is going to find it very easy to segregate them and also to transport and dispose of the waste. Moreover, children, we all need to understand that what is waste for you might be useful for another person. So, if you dispose waste wisely, the other person may want to use the things that you just consider as waste and throw away. For example, your bottles, plastic containers, these may be waste for you but may be useful for some other person. And kitchen waste can be very easily decomposed and made into manure for plants. So, in a nutshell, I can tell you that if you dispose waste in a wise manner, it is really going to be easy for you and for the other person who is collecting, transporting, and disposing the waste. So, as children, you may have a doubt as to how I can contribute as a child in waste management. You can learn about waste, different types of waste, and recycling of these and try to know better how to manage waste. Now, children, have a look at this picture. You can see vegetable, fruit waste, food waste, tea leaves, coffee powder, garden trimmings and leaves, flowers, pencil shavings, matchsticks, shredded newspaper, soiled tissue paper, all this comes under waste or garbage. Now we can see that the first five come under wet waste and the next three pencil shavings, matchsticks and shredded newspapers come under dry waste. Now, a tissue paper is generally a dry waste, but a soiled tissue paper, that is a tissue paper which has been used by you to soak oil or to blow your nose when you have a cough or a cold, is considered as wet waste. So, children, in your homes, you should at least have two types of dustbins, one for dry waste and one for wet waste, which makes management of waste and disposal of waste a very easy process. Now, let's move on to when do we decorate our house? Interesting topic, isn't it? We all decorate our house when we have parties, when we have festivals, or a puja at home. And we use various things to decorate our homes, right? So let's see some of the things that you use to decorate your house. You can see in this picture lampshades, lights, idols, statues, flower vases, rangolis, streamers, narrow strips of decorative material which are used during your birthdays or any other family functions. And you can see here just near this door ashok and mango leaves, torans made out of them to decorate your house during some functions or festivals. You also use diyas or candles to decorate your house. Also, there are so many other things like flower pots, indoor plants, and paintings which also are used to decorate our house. So, children, in today's lesson, we have learnt about so many things as to why you require a house or a shelter. Why is it important for you to live together as a family? What is the difference between a house and a home? What is waste? Why is it important to segregate waste? What is waste management? We also learned about why it is very important to keep your house and surroundings clean and the things used to keep your house and surroundings clean. And finally, we saw why we decorate our house and the things used to decorate our house. I hope you all enjoyed this session, children. Thank you.